Every single person watching this has some sort of a problem. Maybe you don't like your body, you don't like your job, you don't like your life, or you don't like the city that you're living in. And right now, you have two options. Option A is to blame. You blame your parents, you blame your luck, you blame your trauma, you blame economy because it feels safe. It protects your ego, but also keeps you in the same loop. Or you can choose option B, which is it might be your fault, or it could be that you can fix that situation. Because I don't know about you, for 35 years, I was living the victim life where I was blaming my circumstances, my job, my luck, and I lived in that victim loop because I was kept telling myself that everything around me is happening because of someone else and I have no contribution into it. Like it's almost like someone else is doing all these bad things to me. I wanted to create a content, I wanted to start a business, but I kept telling myself, oh, I'm a mom, I have a responsibility. And the hardest truth that I learned is no one coming to save you. You have to come out of your own struggles. Your past trauma does not define your present or your future self. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how to fix the victim mindset. I'll give you the 6 steps to finally fire that victim employee and become the CEO of your life. Hi, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Ankita and I'm 38-year-old mom. I live in Vancouver, Canada. Before we get into the 6th step, let's just talk about how to even find out if we have this mentality or not. Because victim mentality is sneaky. Most people don't just walk around and saying, hey, I'm a victim. Instead, they things like, must be nice for you to create a content, but it's so hard for me. Must be nice for you to have this job because look at my situation, my boss hates me. Must be nice for you to start your business because someone else may be supporting you. And I'm gonna give you the first tool, which is you are going to observe your thoughts and what you say to yourself for next 3 days. So for next 72 hours, you are mentally carrying a notebook where you are writing it down, what you are saying. Every time you complain, every time you are saying maybe out loud or not saying it out loud, you need to write it down. For example, you are driving and you're just blaming about the traffic. Traffic is so terrible. Maybe that you should have left a little bit early. I am too tired to work out. Maybe you didn't plan properly. You're blaming your body. Oh, she does content creation because it's so easy for her, or maybe she's so pretty. You are blaming a luck for that. When I did this, I always thought I'm a positive person. And when I started noticing the pattern, the thoughts that coming, I realized how much I was a complainer. I was using my circumstances to shield my fear. Now let's talk about the friction audit, because we always complain about situation, but we never think about it. Maybe there is a way we can fix situation. And for example, me, I wanted to create a content, but I'm always telling myself I'm a mom and I have a full-time job at that time. How can I start creating a content? But one thing changed when I wrote down and I asked myself this question as a CEO. What can I do in this situation? How can I gain power back? And the reality was I had a lunch break, or I could also film during the weekend. And that's exactly what I did. I started filming during my lunch hour and I would plan all my outfits, everything a night before, and I would film in 1 hour lunch break. And then I was using my weekends to edit my videos. And here is the difference. The victim always focuses on the friction. And if you want to take control of your life, then the CEO mentality is, how can I do better in the situation? If you're telling yourself that I was born this way or I had some childhood abuse, which I am not denying that trauma does shape you in a certain way. But if you take control of that situation, say that whatever happened to you, it was in the past, how can I heal better? Maybe you can try going to therapy and talk to a specialist about how to heal your trauma. Now let's talk about the luck, because victim mentality always think every success is a luck. but CEO believes that it's a data. When I was launching my brand Inkara, I was terrified, and the victim voice in my head kept saying, what if market is too saturated? What if no one buys? What if I fail and people are gonna laugh at me for starting something at the age of 35? Instead, I started asking these questions that how can I take control of that situation? So I cannot control if people are gonna buy or not. I cannot control when I make the videos if the videos are gonna go viral or not. I cannot control the algorithm. But what I can do control is how can I make the best quality of the product and how can I make the best video. I can control how many hours I can put in into the research, into scripting, into developing the product. But the problem is, victim always sees where they cannot control. But if you take a pause and start asking this question, how can I change my situation? If you are someone who is wanting to start a business and you're telling yourself maybe market is too saturated or the content creation is already saturated, I don't know how to talk, maybe you can start writing it down. How can you improve the piece of content that you create, the business that you are going to create? If you're telling yourself that so many people apply for the same job, how can I stand out? Maybe ask yourself, what can I do to stand out? And now let's discuss the next step, which is forgiveness. And I know how hard it is, especially when we are talking about our past. We're reliving those memories and what happened to you in the childhood. It is still affecting you. Maybe your parents didn't support you. Maybe you had a trauma that it's hard to overcome. I'm not invalidating your pain, but blaming is only going to keep you in the past. Maybe this is the time you need to reparent yourself and also realize that your parents were just the people and they were doing the best they could with the limited tools they had. And also realize that they didn't know what you know now. And forgiveness is not about that you are forgiving that person. It's about forgiving yourself, your past version, whatever that happened to you. You are not letting it affect your future self. Because for me, I was thinking that forgiving means that it's okay what they did. But when I realized forgiveness is nothing to do with them, it's everything to do with you. You are letting go the part that felt pain in you. You are letting go the past memories. And basically, you are breaking that generational cycle because if you do not forgive that, you're reliving that past every single day. And then you are passing on to the next generation. The best way to heal and forgive is to break that generational cycle. And now, this is where I'm going to give you some practical tools that I use every single day. Because always remember, the bad days are part of our life, but the key is you manage them. Now, the question, how do you manage your bad days? So let's say something bad happened to you, your friend mistreated you, or something bad happened to your work, or you posted the content, it didn't work. Now you're blaming the whole world. That's a victim response. In order to take control of your life, how CEO respond to that situation by analyzing, by looking at it, how we can solve them. So let's say you created a content and you realize, well, it's not working. So maybe ask yourself, how can you create a better content? How can you be better next time? If you applied for the job and you didn't get the job, now you're blaming that your luck is not there, you are the terrible person. Instead, ask yourself this question, how can I present myself better? You wanted to start a business, you launched something, and it didn't work out. Now you are telling yourself how terrible it is, and you don't even know how to start a business. Maybe that you didn't create a product that actually people needed. So think about it, analyze, maybe spend more time in the research. And now I'm also going to give you a second tool, which is 10-minute rule. And this is something personally I use. Something happened to us. We feel triggered by somebody's comment or maybe bad day at work. Always wait 10 minutes before you respond to a situation. And I use this tool a lot, which is just writing it down. Write down what happened to you. Why are you feeling this way? And sometimes it's hard to write down the situation. Sometimes it happens so fast that you cannot control yourself by reacting. This is where you are going to use this 10-minute tool that pause and ask yourself, is that what you really want to say? And then respond like a CEO. Analyze the situation. How do you want to respond to that situation? Now, I saved the best for the last. And one of the best way to take control of your situation, get out of this victim mindset, and that is taking control of your finances. I said this many times and I'm going to say it again. One way to take control of your situation is by controlling your money, because nothing makes you more victim or miserable or stuck and broke not knowing where your money is going. And this is the first task. As a CEO, you are going to look at your finances. You are not hiding your bank statements. You are tracking every single expense, every single income, the debt, the numbers, because what it does, it helps you to see a full picture. Maybe you haven't done that and you're constantly thinking that I don't have enough money. Maybe you need to figure out why you are spending so much money on things that does not serve any purpose to you. That's when you're going to start to realize that why you are doing so many takeaways. If your goal is to become more fit and healthy, maybe this is the time you need to reevaluate and take control your situation by cooking maybe homemade meals. Because everything changed in my life when I decided that I'm not going to wait for someone else to rescue me. I'm not going to wait for someone else to help me out. I started to take control of my situation. Instead of blaming someone else, I asked myself this question: how can I improve my situation? And this is exactly what CEO does. When you hire a CEO, he's not going to put a blame. He's just going to analyze the situation and how can I do things better. If you are ready to take charge of your life, then type in the comment that you are a CEO of your life. You declare it, you own it, and because in 2026, we are not operating the same way as we did for all this year. And if you are ready to start your 2026 and looking for ways how you can make the best year of your life, then this is the video right here, which I'm going to recommend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you right over there. Of your life, then this is the video right here, which I'm going to recommend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you right over there.